How are you? Let's make sure we're working. Whew. So I'm gonna make sure that we're working first and foremost. I want to make sure that we're not just on a green screen or we're not having problems like earlier. Alright, cool, we're working. Sweet! So, this afternoon, after streaming, this afternoon, I stopped off at Westside Comics and Games in Aiea, ironically on the east side, and picked up my auction winnings from the auction they had on Saturday. And then I went and played a 4-player, 1,000 point each battle at my friend's house. And it was an awesome battle. But man, a 4.5 hour game takes it out of me. So I am a little bit like a zombie, more than normal. Oof, I am severely out of people juice, I'll put it that way. But, nicely, I came home and my husband, in all of his nicety, had gotten me one of these, which is a painting handle. I actually don't have one of these, so that was really, really nice. So this is the Citadel painting handle that looks vaguely butt plug shaped. Kind of wish I had a suction cup on the bottom. Giggity. It's got something on the bottom, but it doesn't unscrew. It'd be cool if that was a suction cup, because I could just be like, bloomp. That'd be really cool. Well, yeah, and then it's got these little magnety, springy arms. So, if you want to paint a bro, just do that. And you don't have to hold the base. You just hold the handle. Set time, date, time. Alright. Yeah, so you can just hold the handle then. It's really cool. I'm going to have to get the hang of using it because I'm not used to using painting handles. But, yeah, it's pretty sweet. So I came home to that because my husband is cool. And then, for my 2 auctions, I won this sucker. He was like $50-ish. Give or take a couple bucks, I don't really remember. I think it was like 55. I think this is like a $140 model or something like that, which is pretty crazy. Pretty old, you can tell because it's a super old box. It's an Elder model, so of course it's pretty old. But completely new in box. See what he's got. Whew. Man, I tell you, this long games, they really, really take it out of you. Oh, will say it was my first 40K game in about 4 months because of COVID and because the couple times I've gotten out to play, we were playing like Battletech or Age of Sigmar or something. This was my first 40K game in a while, and it was a really good time. I played my Necrons. I played my Necrons. I broke out my specialized Catan, all kinds of stuff. My list didn't make particular sense. It was more just like, oh, I've never used these units, or I want to see what these guys do kind of stuff. It's a good time. We ended up winning because of parts. So let's see. There's some kind of big robot, and there he is with some arm guns, which is pretty cool. Take a look at those in a minute. We've got some kind of wacky ass transfer sheet for Eldar forces. Some weird symbols there. Some yin yangs, some generic rune looking things. That one kind of looks like an Ankh. That's weird. So there's like Legend of Zelda hearts, kind of like a, oh, they have it and I think it's a really good price, I don't really know kind of thing. And I was more like, oh, let's see what this thing's actually like, and let's build it and paint it kind of as like a crazy big one-off sort of thing. Alright, So it looks like he's got 2 sets of arms for each side. I think that's part of the body. That's a wicked cool sword. That's really, really cool. The sword's legit. And then he's got like a Yu-Gi-Oh card holder. We'll say that's what that is. I think it's supposed to be a shield. What do we have here? We've got some limb or leg. There's part of the chest. Some of the weird back things that are ribbed for his pleasure. You got some knees and ankles, stuff like that. So pretty big runners. So his pretty big base. Not too bad. Interesting size. Then we've got a bunch of little more kind of smaller detail kind of stuff. So there's like a, what I think is either bottom of the body or the neck. That looks like maybe shoulders. We got some guns here, guns there. Got some kind of big lance / dildo thing there. We've got 2 here as well. Alright, so it's actually, you know what, this, I thought a lot of the Elder stuff was really ancient, but this runner's pretty tightly packed. So maybe this guy's newer than I thought. See if the runners say. Do they say how old this is? No, I don't see on there. Sometimes they say it. For this thing to be like fucking ancient, like where like there's huge gaps in the pieces, but there's not. This is a pretty tightly packed runner. I mean, that's pretty tightly packed. So this thing can't be that old. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably really old. It could probably like serve in the military level old, but it's not like original Orc Boy sprue kind of old. Alright, I got Eldar. Move my palette. Let's see, Eldar, Wraith, Knight. There's the knee. We got some hips. We got some body. We got some hips. We got some like crotch. Got some legs. There's the leg again. It looks like that's probably going to be reposable pretty easy from how it's built. He gets some. And then we put the back pieces on the body. Bits and bobs there all plugged in. And then we build the kind of stupid looking head. Not a big fan of the head. Maybe I'll replace it with something else. And put it together. And then I think we get into optional assembly here. So I think this is telling us we can put plugs in the shoulders, or you can give him one of like a shit ton of shoulder guns. So it looks like there's 3 options for each side that he can have. Dual shooting mode, big dildo mode, and big sword mode. So there's how to build the dual shooties. Alright. It's nice. It looks like he has different hands. Hello! So it looks like he can be going like this, or he can have like a fist. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty darn cool. So yeah, there's the big sword. Elder Stompa. Yeah, pretty much. I think this is like the biggest Wraith armor bone construct thing that they do. So that's pretty cool. And there it is. So it doesn't look like it has any options besides that. So it'll be a fun little project. By little, I think he's actually be pretty big boy. I think it's going to be like just shy of knight size. So I think that's going to be pretty good, pretty fun. But yeah, he should be a nice fun project. The other thing that I won Ah. It's a bunch of puppy pads. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah. Puppy training pads. Perfect for me. I can get housebroken finally. No, this is an entire box of bits. I'm not 100% sure what's in here, so I figured we'd go through it together and see what's there and have fun looking at bits. Because I fucking love bits. Bits are like one of my favorite things. Like, legitimately. Oh, because they open a whole world of possibility. And I think that's fun. So, I'm going to reach into the auction bits box and pull something out, and we'll check it out. AdMech bits for the AdMech troops. So these are some of their rifles. That's the one of the long rifles, another long rifle, and a bunch of heads. So a bunch of heads on here. Good God, that looks terrifying to sort through. I think it looks exciting. I love bits. They're like my favorite thing. So AdMech bits. When I looked into this box, I just looked at, like, before I placed my bid on it, I just looked at, like, the first couple top runners, and they were AdMech bits. And I love AdMech bits. They're something that is phenomenal. And since I really like Necromunda, I play it on the channel and stuff, when I saw AdMech bits, I was like, yes, please. Like, I have whole gangs that are converted from AdMech bits. Like this guy here. So more AdMech bits is always super welcome. So we have run over with a couple rifles, couple heads. This is really cool because I never actually. There's a bunch of the like shock gauntlet pieces and stuff on here. There's a not Eldar, Dark Eldar. For like Dark Eldar things. Oh, I know this runner. Alright. This is the Patraxi flamethrower. It looks like he chose to do flamethrowers instead of machine guns and bombs because there's a whole bunch of grenades. There's a head there and a bunch of the clawed feet, which are neat little bits, although not immediately like as jump out trick things. We got a couple more backpacks on there. That's pretty awesome. Those backpacks are super cool. The fuck is this? This is Stormcast Eternals of some kind. So there's a bow, there's a quiver, some little daggers are there. We've got some shoulder pads. We've got what I think are like crossbow rifles, because I think the fronts for them are right there. Got another hand here with bows. We got a bunch of Stormcast Eternal heads. Those aren't super useful. Yeah, they're not super useful. But the crossbows are kind of cool. Could definitely turn one of those into a weapon for like a Necromunda like bounty hunter or something. Be kind of cool having like a big like energy crossbow or something. Be pretty sweet. Individual bows. We got more crossbows. More heads. We've got more of these arrows. I guess he didn't use any of those, so we've got a lot of those left. Stormcast runners I've never seen before, so that's always neat. That's a arm from an AdMech like HQ unit. That's actually a super awesome bit to have. I don't know why he didn't actually put that on the unit, but whatever. That's a super cool bit to give somebody like a third robot arm or something. That's legit. Alright, we have, oh man, this is, yeah, the like cowboy robot dogs. That's what this is from. We got a repeating Gatling rifle. We've got cowboy gun. The coolest bit on here, he didn't use the dog heads. So it looks like we've got two complete robot dog heads. Super cool. Really nice bit. The irony is I have one of these for my call. I swapped Call's face with one of these. I actually had to buy an entire little robot dog, so I have the body of it still. So now I have a head for it if I wanted it. So that's really cool. That's super, super cool. Yeah, that's a hell of a good runner to have. Oh, hell yeah. Rock on. There's some of these pouches, which are fantastic. I use those in Necromunda all the time. And that repeating rifle again, really, really cool. There's like a repeating pistol there. Also cool. So yeah, really good stuff there. God, these dog runners are the gift that keeps on giving. Alright. We've got a bunch of cowboy pistols. We've got one more dog head. We've got a bunch of AdMech heads here. Yeah, these ones with the big frill are really cool. Pouches and like pistol holsters, which is really, really cool. Because lots of times in 40k, when you get a guy, he doesn't come with an empty holster. He either has a holster that has a gun in it, or he just has a pistol in his hand for some fucking reason. So it's really cool to have an empty holster. This is some AdMech bits. There's some backpacks. There's some heads. Alright. Oh man, how many dogs did this guy buy? Holy shit. This guy bought a lot of dogs. It's another dog runner. So 2 more dog heads. There's the vision like binocular piece. That's really a cool one. This is like a radio piece that's really cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Dogs for days, man. It's fine. Ugh. I guess this guy bought 3 sets of dogs. Crazy. Alright, more heads, more cowboy pistols. I guess he wanted these ones to be the rifleman. More holsters, more maces, more dog heads. This one has 1 whole dog head on it. Yeah, pretty good. That's fantastic. I thought I would only... When I got one of those, I was really excited, but like... God, I got so many of them. Whoa, what the hell is this? I mean, that's a thing you can do if you're the fucking serial killer. Jesus. Just like clip the bits out and put them in a bag, man. Well, this is the Patraxi runner. You can tell from the SMG there. So we have an SMG and a head on that one. And we have another runner from just the basic troops. More AdMech bits. So we've got some basic troop heads, some basic troop rifles. Not a ton on there. We have another Patraxi runner, this time with lots of the gas mask heads. These are awesome. I use these for Necromunda a lot. They just make really cool, kind of creepy heads. Pretty much for anything that's supposed to be like sort of techno-y or maybe a servitor, they make phenomenal, like sort of creepy heads for that. We've got a little space SMG and a couple of these gas mask heads, which is really, really cool. Alright. Man, this guy really went hard into AdMech. More AdMech bits from the standard troops. There are some heads on there and some rifles. And a couple of the repeating rifles. Weird mix of like choice of like mix. Alright, what do we have here? Another standard dude runner. We've got some heads and some rifles like before. There's a lot of AdMech in here. Alright. Standard dude runner again. Heads, rifle. Those backpacks are fantastic for a lot of things. There's some coffee beans. Does that make sense? Another dog head. God, man, I am in deep on these dog heads. A bunch of cowboy pistols. Another standard troop runner with some heads and some rifles. Oh, I know this one. This is for the Hugbots. 70s, like Danger Will Robinson robots. So that's pretty cool. So we've got the flamethrower here with the tank for it here. And then we have a complete hand, which is fantastic. There's a head there. We don't care about that. It's a stupid head. Yeah, that hand is fantastic. We ought to do a lot of cool stuff with that. I'm actually probably going to use that for an onager. Probably going to use that for an onager. I have a couple onagers just off screen that I've been sort of in like customization hell. Maybe I'll give one of them that hand. Alright, what do we have here? We've got another backpack. We've got Taser Goad, which is pretty cool. This is, yeah, pretty sweet. God, this has been an awesome thing. Why is there coffee all in it? That's gross. Okay. These go on the legs. It looks like you prime them, never clip them off. And this is an option for the machine gun. Always can't ever turn a machine gun barrel down. Alright. These are for the Annihilators. I think they're like Rust Stalkers, something like that. They're like the weird melee unit. That's what these are for. Bunch of sword arms, bunch of dagger arms, bunch of creepy gas mask heads. Can never go wrong with creepy gas mask heads. And then a creepy, very spindly claw hand, which is super cool. So yeah, definitely a neat one. What do we have here? Same jobber. We have that flamethrower from the Hugbot. This guy's AdMech army must have been huge. Alright, so this is a runner. This is like a more complete runner for the full troops, for the regular troops. We got some cool pistols here. That one's cool. That one's super cool looking. We got Taser Goad. We have a sword, which are gold. So, pretty sweet there. Oh, that's a cool one. Let me look at that. We'll save that one. The last one's really cool. Alright. This is for the Rust Stalker guys again. But, cool. We've got some claw fingers here. Also really, really cool. We have some more different little SMGs. This is a dude's like butt stabby tail. And yeah, and there's just a robot arm, which is always nice to have. Here's again, more just robot arms that are just nice to have. Yeah, super cool. Super great selection of AdMech bits so far. There's some transfers in here, along with a bunch of coffee beans for some reason. So that's great. And some bases. Here we have bits for the Onager Doomcrawler. This is for the alternate guns. So this is for the Icarus Array. There's a lamp as an option. This is a little machine gun. So yeah, just a whole bunch of cool like different gun barrels and stuff. These are the feet that are supposed to clamp down when it's shooting. That's what those are. So I guess he just didn't put those on. Alright. So that's gross. That's gross. I will be washing my hands after this. Thank you, whoever's hitbox this is, for leaving a bunch of gross coffee in it. That's good. You're a real champ. Alright, instructions. Don't care about those. Actually, I'm gonna make myself a trash pile. Let me pull these out and the bases out. The coffee beans, no trash box. Alright. Oh. Jesus, more AdMech bits. God. I'm happy I won AdMech bits because I hit the fucking lotto for those. This one's gold. Alright, standard guy runner, like we've seen a billion times. However, this one has the it's like Arctibus or something like that. It's the big long rifle that they come with. Super cool bit to have. Might make like a sniper or something for Necromunda with that. That's really, really cool. That's a great bit right there. Alright. Same thing, standard, that one. Yeah, that's a cool one. Standard troop runner again. We've got a backpack here. You got a whole accoutrement of heads, which is really nice. You never have too many AdMech heads. They work for like literally everything. What? I don't know what this is from. Oh, okay. I know what this is from. This is from the robot, the guys with the tank treads. They see me rolling, they're like, so the guys with the tank treads. Little robot arm, big robot flamethrower arm, big robot machine gun arm, some dildo thing, or a claw arm, and then some other laser gun. So yeah, cool bits on there. I don't remember the name of that unit, but that's cool. Good stuff. There's this chunk this time, which only looks like part of it. We've got some machine guns this time, or some machine gun bullets this time, and yeah, pretty much same bits on the runner. Alright. Round 3 fight. Almost identical bits again. Lots of cool little mechanical robot arms and thingamaroos and details and stuff, which will be great for like custom servitors and stuff. This runner specifically is going to be really good because I'm going to make myself like a hauler for the Orlocks. So that's fantastic for that. I'll be using a bunch of pieces for that. Our Hugbot sprue again, this time with 2 robot hands, which is fantastic, and the flamethrower. Super good. Those hands are phenomenal. They're really, really good. Oh man, I've got hands for days here. I'm getting handsy, boys. Yeah, so 2 more hands and another flamethrower. Pretty sweet. He had like 2 sets of robots. He had 2 sets of the tank tread guys. He had 3 sets of dogs and a ton of troops. So we can turn from this. That's pretty cool. This is a runner for one of the HQs. So we have a cool looking gun there. That's pretty sweet. Then we have a head. Do not remember what it. No. Space Marine runner? Space Marine HQ runner, it looks like. There's a little bunch of pouch with a pistol on it. And that's it. Weird. Alright. Honors your Doomcrawler bits? No. This is the cover tank bits. That's what this is. It looks like he forgot to put the ammo drums on the side guns. This is a big cannon thing. Really cool bit there because it's got this cool big fat edge. That one just looks like forgotten bits and a different choice in gun. Okay, and then lots and lots of arms. Lots and lots of arms. Ooh, we have another one of the big Trans-Arctis rifles or whatever. Which is pretty cool. Alright, last one in that box is a shit ton of heads. Because because this is a lot of Skitarii. Like a lot of Skitarii, right? And the Patraxes and the like dog kind of seems like a Meta Chaser box, which is fine, but you know, just saying it's a lot of Skitarii. I've seen it here. All right, so we got a bunch of heads, which is always good, and then there's a decal sheet, which didn't receive any loving at all. And that's it for that one. A couple little bits and bobs I'll pick out of the bottom of the box and just throw them down there. And that box can go into the trash pile. But it looks like we're closing in on the end. It looks like most of it was this AdMech bits, which is cool. Which that's what I wanted. All right. Somebody bought a Necron Start collecting, it looks like. And we've got parts of a Griffhound head. The same thing. 2 Griffhound heads. I guess we had some Stormcasts, so maybe it's not that weird. Just seems a little straight ones. And then I have his guide to an at-home COVID test, so that's great. Be washing my hands after this. Yep, Necron bits. Alright, Necron Rifle. This is from the new Necrons. Those are the Gauss Reapers, I think. Couple Necron heads on there. Another set of new Necrons. Interesting mix here, because there's some of some rifle and some of the other here. So yeah, that's a little weird. One Gauss Reaper. Some kind of robot eye. That's a weird one. These are the big cannons. There's the back pieces. We got some of the heads down here, including the Deathmark heads. This looks a lot to me like a kill team, thing, because what's missing? Because there's 4 Deathmark rifles. Spines, they're really cool. Got a sword. This cool back piece here, and these weird like punch daggers. Same thing again. Triquartorian thing. There's one staff there, so well, he can do staff. There's a shield. Right. I don't know what Necron thing this is for. But there's a big machine gun there. And some other weird bits that I don't know what they are. Yeah, I've got no idea what that is. We got a base. We've got Necron bits that are like sort of clipped out. Seriously, like whoever does this is like serial killer shit. Like just clip the pieces out and put them in the back. Do it like everybody else does it. Same thing. Triquartorians again. We've got one green rod. Nothing on that one. Ew. Avalanche Sunset painted Necron head. We've got Necron arms that look like they snapped. There's one holding the like orb of reanimation up. Look like that got snipped off. I guess the orb of reanimation must have stopped being good or something. Another transfer sheet. And that's it for that box. Alright, and the last thing in this sucker is this. Oh man. Bulkhead. Oh no, wait, there's more. Bulkhead. Another awesome type for Necromunda. That looks broken. There's two of those apparently. Oh no, they go like that. Okay, they stay on the ground like that. That's cool. All right, so there's some kind of like access point, and then we have 6, 7 little barrels. Then we have 2, 3, 4. Just trying to sort these so they make sense. Really cool. And then we have, let's see, 4, 8, 10, 12 of these like cargo boxes. Some with skulls, some with eagles. That's pretty cool. Weird little mix of scatter terrain. But honestly, you can never go wrong with more like barrels and boxes, especially for a game like Necromunda. I mean, honestly, minus the Necron stuff, which, I mean, the Death Marks rifles are kind of neat, but besides that, there's not a lot of cool in there. Besides that, this is fantastic. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted in this box. Lots of AdMech stuff, which is amazing for Necromunda, and then lots of, if I find one, they must all be in my Necromunda box, which I can't really get to right now. So what I do for these is, because they're a pain in the ass to like set off one at a time, what I do is I glue like a couple of them together like that and make like a more permanent kind of piece, and then I can use that on the battlefield. So yeah, I'll probably like glue a couple of these together and make like, you know, make like a couple of pieces of like, so yeah, can't ever go wrong with the scatter terrain. It's already primed. I'm going to reprime it though, because it doesn't look particularly well primed. It's my Wraith Knight and my box of bits that I got at the auction at Westside Comics and Games. Cleanliness wise, the box was a little gross. I wish that wasn't the case. Yeah, that's pretty gross. But the bits inside are fantastic. Stuff for Necromunda. I've got some cool bits to use on my other Armingers that are just sitting off screen. I've got some cool bits to use for the gangs that are on the table behind me. And yeah, just really, really cool stuff there. I'm definitely going to whip up some, like, I don't know, custom bounty hunters and stuff to use in Necromunda, sort of one-offs. Make like a sniper with that big Stormcast Eternal like crossbow would be a really cool one as well. And I'll turn all this into scatter tray for Necromunda. I think these are from Kill Team Arena, if I remember right. I think that's what they're from. Or they're from the original Necromunda box, the first one that had Orlocks. But everything else in there is fantastic. So yeah, good stuff. So that's all my stuff. Chuck it all into a more clean box. Throw those in the box of bases. Chuck it all into a more clean box. Wash my hands. for real. And yeah, and then I'll go through and pretty much just start clipping everything out. Although a very long game for me. And with that, I'm gonna go wash my hands and probably do like a tiny bit more hobby and then go to bed early because I am the tireds. So with that, I hope you enjoyed watching this random box of bits. Just if you want to see it, where it is. Hopefully it was entertaining. And I'll catch you next time. I will, for that, I have to leave work a little bit early on Wednesday, so maybe I'll get some hobby streams then. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it for me. Have a good one.